I remember he was standing with some other girl from my school, and I was like, "Hi, you spoke really well. Here's my number. You should call me."
Growth should always be welcomed, and that it shouldn't be a place of fear to say your partner is growing. More than that, it should be excitement for you to say, let me see how my partner is growing and how it can impact you.
My name is Chida Mtolo.
My name is Wangu and Chida Mtolo.
Oh my word, it's him.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, 100%.
Yesterday I left my phone at home and we had to drive back home.
As much as she's the planner, she forgets.
I forget. Yeah.
Me. Yeah.
Me. Yeah.
We met in the Eastern Province during high school. Our schools or her school was hosting a school debate. Well, it was a friendly school debate. So we met first on stage, but then later on met after the debate and became friends, exchanged numbers, and then one thing led to the next. Yeah.
The exchange of numbers came about as me being me. I'm such an extrovert. So I remember he was standing with some other girl from my school, and I was like, "Hi, you spoke really well. Here's my number. You should call me," because that's who I am. That's generally who I am. I can be a little impulsive. Yeah, so that's how we exchanged numbers, and the "you should call me" didn't come from a place of, "Oh, I like you." It just came from a place of me being impulsive, like, "Oh, you should call me." Yes. It was definitely not love at first sight. No, it was not love at first sight. My first impression of him was that he was actually very well spoken, and he didn't have an accent. Like, he didn't have, I don't want to say an accent, everybody has an accent, but anyway, he was very well spoken. So that was my first impression of him. But later on, I got to know that he had a name all around the Eastern Province. So everybody knew him except me, because I was not predominantly from the Eastern Province. Yes.
I was shocked, mostly because no one was very as direct as she was. It was very, "Oh, here's my number, you should call me." And I was a bit taken back, but I was also curious to say, okay, this is an interesting person. Let's see how courageous she is. And for sure, when I did call, it was, the energy kept being just like that. It was always on top of things. She was always, she knew a lot more than I thought she did. So it was an interesting friendship in the first part. I think within 2 months or so, because the communication moved from once in a while to every day you have to talk to this person. And then, yeah, I think from there is when the interest really grew. So maybe, who knows, maybe she can be a girlfriend.
Yes, I was. I was actually very excited. I was so happy. And every time he called after that, it made me really happy also. Because for the longest time in our relationship, or in our very young relationship, whenever together, He was either in the Eastern Province and I was in Lusaka. When we were in Lusaka, we lived very far apart. I lived in Chilanga and he lived in Mindstone. Yes, in Mindstone at the time. And then at some point, he relocated to Livingstone and I was in Lusaka. So it was difficult to meet and it was a phone relationship for the longest time. Yeah.
No, I think I did ask. Yeah?
Yes, he did ask.
I did ask, but it was in a very, if you want, maybe we can see kind of way. Because you have to understand, she gave off a big energy. So it was more of rejection from this side would be a bit more painful than it needs to be. But I remember asking and saying, look, I think I like you, you like me. Maybe we can date.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, let's see how it goes. And start from there.
Of course. Of course I was. I mean, we were like talking for the longest. I think sometimes I was even thinking, why is he not asking me to be his girlfriend yet? But I, even though I have very big energy, I don't think I have the courage to propose. Like I'm very feminine. So yeah. So I was just waiting for the proposal to come. Yeah. So we dated for maybe let me say from grade 10 to grade 12.
Yeah, so 3 years.
Yeah. So we dated for 3 years and then we went our separate ways because he had to go outside the country to go study. So we felt that it didn't make sense for us to continue dating. So he was going to study outside the country for about 3 years. Then I was also going to uni here for about 4 years. So we had to go our separate ways, not because we argued. There was no argument. There was no bad blood, but we just decided that maybe we should go our separate ways because the distance had just become too much. So yeah.
Off and on, yeah. We both ended up dating other people at some point.
It's not like other people, one other person. Other person.
Yeah, we dated one other person each. Anyway,
yes.
Yeah, during the period. Yeah, but eventually we ended up finding ourselves talking in a space when we were both single. And then, then that dating was 2 years.
Yes,
another 2 years. But it already felt like we already knew each other, but it was more just trying to see how much growth each person has gone, because the person she was when I dated at that time, it was 5 years ago was not the same person I was meeting now. So yeah, we dated another 2 years, then got engaged and married.
So it dates back to when we were dating, when we were dating after school. That was after school. I had bought a movie ticket for him. That's such a story. I had bought a movie ticket for him, and then he got to Arcades. By that time, Arcades was the only cinema was the only place with a cinema.
Yeah.
So I bought a movie ticket for him, and when he got to Arcades, he refused to watch the movie with me. So I wasted my movie ticket. I had to go into the movie on my own because he said he was busy. I think he had come with his brother, so he couldn't go into the cinema without his brother. I was like, okay, fine. So when he came back, a and we started talking, and I would always torment him and tell him, "You made me waste money on a movie ticket. You owe me a movie ticket." So then he told me, "You know what? I can take you for a movie." So he came, he said, "Maybe let's do a movie on Saturday." So he came to take me for the movie he owed me because he made me waste money. Yes, so that's how, that's where the reconnecting started from. So from that movie date, I think we did lunch, and after we did lunch, we just started talking again. Yeah.
Okay, year of engagement. First of all, at the time, I think I was in between churches. So she had just started going to Mount Zion at the time. So I started going to her church. And then I got attached. I liked the way the church was. So we were more or less transitioning into being part of Mount Zion. And then for Mount Zion, you have to go through what they call days of rain before you get married. So prior to me asking her hand in marriage and telling the families and all that, we also had to tell the church. So in the process of doing the days of rain, there's classes, then you also have to do your marriage lesson. So even that for us was more or less, we're learning more about each other again in a space we didn't know. So I think through that, I think it really solidified to say, yeah, I think this is my person, more than just dating each other and getting to say, oh, this person is fun and not. So it mostly really put me, I don't know about you, but for me in a place of like, okay, I can see I'm moving in the right direction with this person for me. So yeah, the process itself was, it was long. It felt very long. I think for me, I thought, when you propose and you want to get married, it's 1, 2, 3, yeah, in church I do, and you move. But there was a lot more that I had to learn, and I enjoyed it. I think it really helped me set a proper foundation for what I wanted the marriage to be like for me.
The transition from dating to being engaged. Of course, I feel like it started with a lot of conversations about what we think about marriage, where we both want to worship. Do we want to go to separate churches, or do we want to go to the same church? And there was a lot of conversations, especially concerning our faith, and who we are, and what we want to identify as, which is a Christian couple. So the transition involved family, it involved the church, and it involved the community. So yeah, that's how the transition was.
Yeah, this is.
I will say about the proposal. So the proposal was me being me again. Because he had already reached home, and then he would say, "No, you're my wife now." So I would tell him that I'm not your wife if I don't have the ring. I'm not your wife if I don't have the ring, because I don't have anything to prove it. And he said, "I actually have the ring." He said, "Wait a minute." So he went to the booth and he got the ring. And then he told me, "Will you marry me?" So yes, that's how it happened in the car, because he wanted to prove the point that he actually had the ring. Otherwise, he had a whole other plan figured out. He had started, I think, inquiring to the whole
cinema type of proposal. What to do.
Yes.
I started editing a video. It was going to play. It looked like it's a movie date, but then I come out with the ring, but because she kept on trying to convince herself to say I didn't have, and I had the ring for about 2 months. I was just holding on to it, and I was just like, I want to set it up right. But eventually she won.
Yes. But
And I gave her the ring.
for me, because the car was also a very integral part of our relationship. That's why I cried so much when we lost that car. It was a very integral part of our relationship because we used to sit in the car and have conversations. I think that's where most of our relationship conversations were had. Yes. Yeah. So, it was romantic for me. I know other people wouldn't find it. It was romantic and it meant so much to me that happened in the car. But afterwards, we did a very nice engagement shoot, which I planned, of course, as the planner. And yeah, that's how the engagement went.
What did I get your ring size? I think I got it through a conversation we had earlier on, way before. I don't even think she knew I was planning on getting a ring. But then I also got an app.
Yes.
Yeah, I had an application. So all you needed to do was get a ring, place it on your phone, and then it gives you diameters of the ring size. So yeah, it was sneaky, but at least I managed to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, with technology.
I think it took about a year. So yeah.
Less than a year.
Yeah.
We got engaged in August, September. I think the Lola happened in August, and then the engagement happened in September, and then we got married in April,
20.
on the 20th the next year, in April of 2024. So we got engaged in 2023, and we got married in 2024. Yeah. The wedding preparation was not too hard for me because I am such a planner. So I had already started planning, like looking at venues. By the time it was September, month end of September, I had already settled on the venue and everything else that I wanted. The dress, I had known the design of my dress. I had known where I was going to get the fabric from and everything. So it was not too hectic. And also we have very supportive family. So my mom and his mom and everyone else was very helpful in the whole process and execution, especially execution. I think the planning I had done, but in the execution of the plans for the wedding. Yeah.
I think I had mixed feelings. I was excited, I was nervous, but I think I was more nervous because of hoping everything goes to plan than getting married. I was excited about getting married and starting a new life and all. On the actual day, I remember I got up very early because I couldn't sleep anymore at that point. I got up early. My house was full with my brothers. They were already home, so it was already noisy as early as 5. We tried to get everything in order, tried to make sure she was at her appointment on time. We had a few mishaps here and there, but we managed to go for the first look. I think we're on time for the first look, yeah?
Yes.
First look, we're on time for that. And then on our way to the venue, we had a bit of an accident. The car I was in got in an accident, but no one was hurt.
It was not a bit of an accident. It was a big accident.
Yeah.
It was a big accident. Somebody, the person who was driving rammed into a car ahead of them. So, and I was right behind the vehicle they were moving in. So I saw everything in like 3D or 4D or something like that. Just so bad. But we just had to move on.
Yeah, but no one was hurt.
No one was hurt.
So we managed to get to the venue not on time. We were late, yeah?
A little late.
A little late. Got to the venue and everything moved. It felt like it took forever, but everything moved according to what was planned, at least.
Yeah.
The ceremony was lovely. I remember seeing at least both families were there in good number, our friends as well. And I think we had fun.
because of the person that I am, I was a little agitated because of the accident. And so I had to keep telling myself, it's already happened. So we need to move forward. We'll deal with it after the wedding. Otherwise, it ruined my day a little, because who wants to be involved in an accident? And it was our car that's what I was saying. It's the car that we lost. It was our car. So that means that after the wedding, we need to start fixing it or something like that. So yes, so it disturbed me a little bit. But once I got to the altar, yes, everything just, all my burdens felt like they were taken by God. So, and when everybody started to pray for us, and when pastor started to speak things into our lives, I felt that it's going to be okay. And I can testify that it has been okay. Yeah.
Uh, 1 year, 294 days. I think God as well has really played the biggest part. But also, I think naturally we got more than enough time to get to know each other. So I think we've not mastered, I don't say mastered yet, but we've understood that in a marriage, sometimes your partner is running, you're walking, sometimes you're running, your partner is walking. So it's really about carrying each other along the way. And I think to top it off, I think our son has also added to the love in the house as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say that we have completely mastered the art of resolving conflict, because of course we're still fairly new in this whole marriage thing. But communication really helps in resolving conflict, not sweeping things under the rug, and also timing. Sometimes timing is important.
Very important.
Chronicles talks about the sons of Issachar who understood times and seasons. So yes, so timing is very important. So knowing when to speak, how to speak, that's helped us resolve conflict. But generally, I think the big thing is communication. If you communicate and not sweep things under the rug, it really helps just resolve conflict. Yeah.
I think also to add to that, I think you also have to, at the end of the day, remember that this is the person you chose. This is the person who you know loves you. So you have to understand that not every day will be sunshine and rainbows. Some days there'll be gray clouds. So you have to know how to maneuver around that.
Great.
And yeah, give each other grace.
Give each
as
other
well.
grace. Yeah.
Definitely.
Two things I appreciate about my husband: how he loves me and loves the people I love. That's one. I think that's one whole thing. I appreciate how he loves me and just loves the people I love and cares for them. If I tell him I have this friend, my mom, or my young brother, he really cares for them and shows up for them. The second thing is how he parents and fathers and loves our son. Sometimes I always, because we're both first-time parents, I always ask, have you done this parenthood thing before? How come you're so good at it? I even think he's the better parent than I am, because he's just got so much energy for our son. And you know, boys have so much energy. I can be drained, but my husband can have all the energy for our son. So yeah, how he loves and parents our son is another thing I love about him and appreciate him for.
Just two. Okay. She's extremely dependable. I love that because it really fits into a man who find a helper. It really, for me, because I can be out and if I need something done, I know I can ask her to do it and she'll do it as if I did it myself. So I love that as well. And the second thing I think is her love for community. Like she really has taught me how to love community. It's not just strangers or people who are really close, but she really has a heart for everyone. So I think those two things for me stand out the most.
What are some of the words I love hearing from you? Apart from here is money.
Another feeling.
Yeah, when he just calls me babe, I love hearing that. And when he tells me that I'm beautiful and he loves me, I love hearing that. Yeah.
Mac and cheese for supper. No, I think it's just words of appreciation. She's very good at appreciating me even when I'm having or when I'm not at my best. She reminds me to say, look, it's not your best day, but we know tomorrow you'll be better. So she's very good at affirming that for me. So I love that.
Two lessons learned for me, time and season, understanding times and season. So like I explained, after the wedding, we had that whole car fixing thing, and the financial times were not too great, but we didn't fight each other or say it's your fault that you shouldn't have done this. We understood the season and just adjusted to what that season required of us. So understanding times and seasons. So marriage, you have different seasons, and it's important that you understand those seasons and adjust to those seasons. So that's one lesson.
I think for me that growth should always be welcomed and that it shouldn't be a place of fear to say your partner is growing. More than that, it should be excitement for you to say, let me see how my partner is growing and how it can impact you as well. I think for me that's been...
Yeah, and how you can support them.
Yeah, support the growth as well.
Through the growth. Yeah, because both of us have grown from the time we were getting engaged to now. We've grown in our careers, we've grown, and things have changed. I'm a mother now, so certain things have changed. And so, yeah, supporting each other through growth. Yeah. To go?
Advice? Take your time. I think take your time. I know in this day and age, it's easy to have Instagram or social media marriage or love story, but there's a lot more that plays in the background than just showing that you love someone. You have to really deeply care for someone. I think for me, it goes to the point of you have to be willing to put that person before yourself. So I think for a young couple, just take your time, get to really know each other, and for the right reasons, I think.
Yeah. For me is don't do relationship out of community. I have a big sister Mwambi and a big brother Mwango, who in my dating in my dating phase, I would go and ask questions, and if there was a problem, oh, am I being too much? Because sometimes as young people, we think we know it all when we actually don't. There are people who have gone ahead of us who can actually help us date right and date correctly. So I have an accountability, big sister, big brother, auntie. Don't date outside community. Yeah. And when you date in the secret corners, in the dark places, you leave room to do the wrong things, or for the enemy to just lie to you or something like that. So yeah. So date in community. Yeah. His birthday is on the 3rd May. 3rd May. Yeah.
7th January and 14th October.
14th October because it's my son's birthday, and I always say that
So she has two.
that's my other birthday. Yeah. I'm big on birthdays. He's not too big on birthdays.
No, on my own birthday.
On his birthday. So he's big on my birthday, but not big on his birthday. So he's always willing to go all out, throw me a party if I want a party. But on his birthday, he doesn't want anything. When I ask him, what do you want for your birthday? I just want a home cooked meal. That's all. And I always threaten him with throwing him a surprise party. And I'm going to do it one day. But he says, don't do it. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw him a surprise party one of these birthdays. Yeah.
Anyway. My name is Wangu.
And my name is Chida.
We
are the Mtolos, and this is how we met.